Hey guys, how you doing? Hope you are well. Well, I missed you the last couple of days. I am so sorry. We have been dealing with a loss in the family, and so it's been a lot on us. We spent 6 days and nights at the hospital, and then we were dealing with the aftermath of legal matters, being the decision makers for the family that was lost. So anyway, I'm sorry I missed you. I hope we don't do that. I'm going to start recording some of these ahead of time, and then we don't have to worry about missing you that way. It's Friday, okay? I'm going to talk about being present. You know why I'm talking about being present? Because I am with so many people, and maybe I'm one of them at times. I'm not saying I'm not, so I don't want to exclude myself from there. I try not to do that. Like tonight when I went for a walk, I left my phone in the office. When I go into a restaurant, many times I'm leaving my phone so that I can be present because we live in a very busy um, state of mind in this current decade for sure, and even the last decade as well. So I want to talk to you about being present because I'm with so many people who aren't present, but I do understand busy people, and I understand when, but I also know the difference between busy, need, demand, and addiction. And I think that we're finding ourselves in addiction to busyness and even being addicted to busy because if we don't get notified, then we look for a notification. So I think we got to figure out who's at fault here. So I was listening to Dan Rockwall, and here's what Dan said: being present is bringing your focused self to what you're presently doing. And he gave us 4 things to be present. He said, just for a moment, forget about the next thing and focus on this. I don't know how many of us are doing that. So number 2, stay on task. Turn off notifications during one-on-ones always. Number 3, set one simple goal you must complete in the morning and one you have to complete in the afternoon. This is how distracted that we really are. We used to be focused at work, and the way we are dealing with one notification now to get back on task, to get back in the flow is 23 to 29 minutes. So every interruption is costing you your best work between 23 and 29 minutes. Now, if you get 15 of those a day, basically you haven't done your best work all day long. If you get 8 of those a day, half of your day is taken from notifications, interruption. Now you're doing the work, but it's going to be shallow or not its best, all right? Fourthly, choose time to use in usable blocks, all right? So in other words, maybe you answer your emails once a day. We've talked about this many, many, many times, but I want to talk to you again about being present. So listen, you're never at your best when you're rehearsing the past or worrying about the future. So your phone is either noticing you have something you missed, FOMO, or something you're going to. So we're constantly thinking about what we missed, or we're thinking constantly about what we are. We're constantly concentrating on what do we have to do. So we have to learn that there's power in being where you are at the moment and being focused. Power to make a difference is the ability to do something significant today. Remember that. The one time that's important is right now. Maybe you're sitting at your desk, and I get it. I totally get it. But I can tell you this. When I'm listening to a sermon and writing a sermon, or when I'm listening to a sermon and something else and cleaning out the garage, I get distracted in my own thought. The sermon's going, and I'm not connected. I'm hearing, but I'm not listening. And I'm certainly not learning. Here's what Leo Tolstoy said. It is the most important time because it's the only time when we have power. Right now. What's within your power right now? You don't know what's going to happen the next minute. Your phone's going to ring. Someone's going to interrupt you. You're going to interrupt yourself. Maybe you pass out. Maybe you faint. I don't know what's going to happen. Your phone rings. We have to learn to be where we are. And what did I say? Past distracts, and so does future. Rehearsing past triggers fear and regret. So when you're thinking about the past, you're not working your best. You're rehearsing the things that you shouldn't, and what's unlocking in you? Fear is unlocking, regret is unlocking. What does regret learn? What does regret do? Regret always blocks learning. Learning the lessons from the past keeps you faith forward. learning the lessons from the past. So you learn the lessons, what do? And you move on. You don't keep rehearsing those over and over and over. Not learning from the past freezes you in a place of staleness and a lack of learning. So you have to learn and grow. Forget about regrets. Let those go, because you can't change the past. You can change the present, and you can look forward to changing the future. Learning from the past is taking now responsibility. So take responsibility for now by putting those things from your past. What did Paul say? Forgetting those things which are behind and pressing forward to those things which are ahead. You're thinking about the future too much when you're filled with anxiety and fear and worry. Stress and anxiety come from feeling powerless. Vision, listen, vision for the future is guidance for today's action. Let me say it a better way. Today's action is guidance for preparation for the future. So what am I telling you today here on Daymaker? Get focused in the present. Be where you are. Be who you are with. Enjoy the moment. Stop and smell the roses. Stop and taste the coffee. Don't slam it in your mouth. You forget, you're doing so much, you're forgetting how enjoyable a cup of coffee is. So slow down. Be still. Know that He is God. Focus on the present. Relax. You're going to enjoy your life a whole lot more, and you're going to enjoy the journey, especially today. So this Friday, remember what Pastor Tom told you on Daymaker. Chill out, get focused, turn off those phone notifications, use times of focus to accomplish what you need, set a goal for one major thing in the morning, one major thing in the afternoon, block some time off, stop and smell the coffee, stop and smell the roses, stop and spend some time with God, be still and know that He is God. Come on, let's get focused. Next week, we're going to see what's happening on revival, and we're going to be talking about revival some. I'm looking forward to being with you. Lots of great things coming up. The month of March is going to be super, super busy. I'm writing the Daymaker Journal. We're getting ready for our night of worship on March 31st. We're getting ready to launch our class on divine fulfillment on March 15th. I had to move that out 2 weeks because of what happened with me and this family and the loss of this loved one. So the family will start, the class will start March 15th. The worship night is March 31st. We are writing the Daymaker Journal, and I'm writing Daymaker Post every day. You're blessed and highly favored. I'll see you next time right here on Daymaker.